What's up, monkey cheeks? I promised you guys I'd do an updated video on the Blitz 360. If you watch my Hapstone R2 sharpener review, I kind of go into it a little bit, but I wanted to be more precise of what I found about the Blitz 360. If you watch my original video, it was really just me throwing a hissy fit, bitching and complaining, but that's kind of what I do, guys. That's my little niche, right? I take a product that everyone seems to be harping and not really digging in there, just digging in there, and I'll dig in there and see if I can find something I don't like, all right? And I'll tell that to you, and if you guys can live with that, then cool, go get it. But I just hate it when people gloss over stuff like glaringly bad and they, it's kind of like product pushing. I don't know. I suppose I hate product pushing. All right. Tell me the bad stuff. Let me decide. All right. Don't be coy about it. Anyways, so after using the R2, I went back to the Blitz 360. I didn't want to. I'm going to point out the stuff I didn't like really quick. I didn't like the fact that there's so many small hardware pieces that you can easily lose. I didn't like the clamping system here. I didn't like no parking hook. That's the worst. God dang it. If this had a parking hook, I wouldn't even complain. All right. But I did find a workaround. You see what I'm doing here? You kind of rest it on the little shoulder. That's about as good as it can get. All right. So that is a workaround. It's not the best workaround. I wish I didn't have to do that, but it is what it is. That will at least work. All right. So please, TSPROF, if you see this video, come up with some sort of design that I can add to this to where I can park the hook, park the rod, because that's especially with this system, because you have to do this and you got to flip, and that kind of sucks. But I get it now. I see the magic sauce. Right? I understand the Blitz and why it is made the way it is. Guys, this thing is awesome. What? If you watch my other video, you wouldn't think so. Right? All those things I said still hold true. Okay? There's stone thickness compensation. I don't know what they were thinking, but it's some bullshit. However, it's awesome. If you don't use it as a stone thickness compensator and instead use it like they said step sharpening. I don't know anything about that. I didn't watch any of their promo videos. They don't speak proper enough English for me. I don't know, dude. I don't got time for that shit. You got to speak fast. Get my attention. All right. So anyhow, after I sharpened the knife with the R2, I took a loop. See if I can. I take my loop here because I'm a nerd. I check my edges as I'm sharpening because I'm one of the cool kids. All right? That's what the cool kids do. While you're out there partying on a Friday night, I'm over here checking out my edges. And I used the Blitz 360 to actually fix the edge that the Hapstone R2 gave me. All right, I noticed that the R2's edge was it was off under microscope. All right, not a big deal for most people, but as one of the cool kids, I must have a perfect edge. Oh, actually, I think it was this knife. No, I'm sorry. It was that knife, but then I went ahead and did a full knife, full regrind with the Blitz to really give it a fair shake. And that's where I kind of fell in love with this machine, because after figuring out how to use this little knob back here for the purposes of not stone thickness compensation, but to really dig in and get the perfect edge, I see now that with this knob, it gives you the precision past what I want to say even what Wicked Edge can do. I mean, the Wicked Edge system is awesome, guys. To me, it's one of the best. I love their design and their non-flip attitude about things. But the precision you get from this particular machine is off the hook. You cannot find that. I mean, you could do it with the R2, you could do it with the KME. Like with the KME, you're going to unscrew the back and you're going to slide up and down, and it's going to be pain in the balls, right? But I suppose you can do it. It would be very, very hard to do it. This makes things so much easier. So, I go back and forth. I'm doing my knife, right? And I park my rod here. in my new parking spot, and I pull out my loop. I look at the edge, and I see that yes, I am hitting the edge, but I'm not giving, I'm not really widening out the shoulder. I'm missing a little bit of the shoulder, and I want more shoulder to my edge. What do? I come back here, and I go back once. I go back one step. You see, one step. And I do it again. You know what? I need a little bit more shoulder. Yes, perfect. Oh wait, now I'm not hitting my edge. I'm not at the point, the edge. So what do? Go back or keep grinding. But I can, this keeps me from, like the KME, you have to slide up and down, and it just doesn't give you, this is precision. This is what, half a millimeter, what they said. I don't know. It is such a small increment that, and it's precise, guys. I've checked the steps. As I'm sharpening my edge, it was so precise, and I was clear. I mean, I would hit the edge, and I would see it with the loop, and I could see it before my eyes where I was hitting, where I was missing, and it almost, usually you use a marker, you almost don't need it. I still use it, and it was awesome. I got, I would put my loop on there, and sometimes, I don't know if you're a sharpener, you know what I'm talking about here. You think you're getting all the black marker off, and you look under here, and you just see maybe a little bit of black. God, I can't tell. Is that marker, or there's just such a little tiny amount. Well, with the Blitz, you just, if you're thinking maybe I'm missing, maybe that is marker, you just go one up. All right, this brings it up, so that you go and you hit it again, you're like, oh my god, that was marker. There's no more guessing. And if it wasn't, you can just go right back to where you were. One little click. So this little knob is awesome for their step sharpening. It gives you precision beyond what I have been able to find with any other sharpener, including the big brother, the K03. So this right here, this little knob gets, it tickles my balls, guys. What do you want me to tell you? All right, so all the other problems that I said with, the small hardware, their clamping system, this kind of sucks, but I get it. I understand that now. And I've been trying to work without having to lift the eyelet up, so that I can actually use, I got it locked. So I actually use their little, see if you can see that. I'm going to bring it up here. Oh, you can see it much better. You see those little pictures? You got your fillet knife, you got your hunting knife. Down here, you got your, your working knife. And way down there, you got like a big freaking cleaver. All right, so as long as the eyelet is all the way down, these little pictures will get you more or less that edge. You want a working knife, you want a fillet knife. That does work. However, for the most part, if you're using the Venev diamond stones, at least because they're so goddamn thick, you're gonna have to lift that eyelid. It's not a big deal. I'll show you. I'm gonna do some more videos of me actually using this device to show you what I do to get over that. It's not a big deal. You just use your cube, and I kind of went over it a little bit on the other video. Not a big deal. Now, another thing that I like that adds precision, all right, back to the precision thing, is this little square right here. All right, repeatability. All right, with the Hapstone R2, if you clamp your knife, you sharpen it, and you just so happen to get a great edge, wonderful. And then, a couple weeks later, a month later, you come back to do it again, you're going to be guessing more or less where to reclamp your blade like you did last time. Now, I know the KME, the Wicked Edge, they give you a little chart, and that's awesome. You can literally reclamp your blade exactly the way it was before. And there's very few sharpeners that can do that I know of, at least. With the Blitz 360, this little thing right here, it's awesome. It's almost like a repeatable, and I know I clamped it all the way. I clamped my blade all the way back to this, and then I just measure with a ruler. I was from tip to the clamp, I was, 15 millimeters. So now I know I'm going to boom, 15 millimeters from the tip, And that's pretty much exactly how I clamped my knife, before. And then I get back to doing what I was doing. So repeatability, I need to stop drinking before I do these videos. Repeatability and this knob right here, absolutely, for me, makes up for a lot of the Blitz's shortcomings. If you were to add a parking hook and not having to do this janky little thing right here, I think this thing would be just over the top. But I'm willing to deal with the little nuances, learning how to use this tool, because once you do learn how to use this tool, it can outdo even its own big brother, the K03. To me, it can outdo the Wicked Edge. If you know how to use this tool, if you master this tool, it will give you literally a perfect edge. I don't know, or the most perfect edge you could possibly get just because of this knob and this little square. And to get your angle, you put your angle cube right here, and you notice this square is amongst the clamps, so you're not getting, I don't know. I always felt like with the KME, you put your angle on top of the stone holder, but you're so far away from the actual edge of the knife. I always feel like even if I put it at 18 degrees, the knife really isn't at 18 degrees. And if I were to sharpen it and I measure it, I bet the knife is something different, It's just 18 degrees on that KME system. I think because I'm able to put the cube right where the blade is at, I know exactly that angle. That angle is what I'm getting. And sure enough, I sharpened that knife on the Hapstone R2 at 19 degrees. And then when I came over here and I figured everything out and got, my marker and I cleaned it all off, it was actually 21 degrees. So it was 2 degrees off. Which one is right? I don't know. I don't have a thing to really prove it, but I'm going to go with the Blitz 360 because of their precision. I mean, it just makes sense to me. It lined up, what the Blitz was telling me was lined up with these pictures to further add to the evidence that the Blitz was more precise. So yes, it does have a few shortcomings. If you can work around them and learn how to use this tool, you're going to get an amazing freaking edge. I am excited. I found something that I like. I can't believe I almost disregarded the Blitz 360. My bad. I do love the fact that because I worked with the KME for so long, I like to put my arm here to add weight, and then I can go and do my sharpening, sometimes my reprofiling. That's when you do it. But that's how I work. So even with the K03, because it was so big and bulky, you don't need to do that. It's so heavy, you don't need to do that. I would still put my arm on the base and do that. So at least now I have an excuse to do it. It just fits right here, boom, and that's just how I work. So that's perfect for me. It's comfortable enough. It's light. I can travel with it, and that's what I wanted when I first saw the Blitz. So excuse me for my previous video, even though it still holds true. TSPROF, I said it before 3 or 4 or 5, 20 times in this video. Give me a parking hook, and I will absolutely recommend this device 100%. If you, I suppose this would be more of a mastery level device as far as guided sharpeners go, because there is a learning curve. You will have to learn how to use this tool, but once you do, you will be able to produce some amazing edges. If you just want a sharp knife, man, go for the KME or even the Hapstone R2. I got a sharp knife with the Hapstone R2, and it was a pleasure using it. For me, the Blitz 360 so far stands out with its precision and its repeatability. That no other sharpener that I've come across can do. However, I don't know everything, guys. So if you know there's another sharpener out there that can match the precision of the Blitz 360, I would love to hear it. Please tell me about it. All right. What do you guys think? You agree? You disagree? Have you used the Blitz 360? Are you thinking about getting it? Are you, going back and forth like I do because I'm freaking crazy? What is it about the Blitz 360 you like or don't like? Get back to me. Thanks, guys.